Today we're cooking every type of Wagyu steak. Starting with American Wagyu, a cross between a Japanese Wagyu cow and an American Angus cow that's been raised in America. It's got plenty of Wagyu richness, but still a nice beefy bite, a very solid start.
I don't know if a steak can get better than that.
Next up, New Zealand Wagyu. A Wagyu Angus crossbreed, but this one's unique because it's 100% grass-fed, raised in New Zealand. You get some Wagyu flavor, but the lean grass-fed component was way too dominant.
I would never have thought that that's Wagyu.
This one's wild because yes, it's American Wagyu like the first, only this time it's from a super old dairy cow, slaughtered at 6 years old instead of 2. Sadly, it was pretty tough and gamey, despite the unique deep red color.
That is disgusting.
Next up, Australian Wagyu, a crossbreed between a Japanese Wagyu cow and an Australian cow raised in Australia. With more marbling than anything we've seen so far, it's hard to beat, though not quite as flavorful as the last one.
It's really nicely balanced.
This is Argentinian Wagyu. Notice that yellowish fat, common with the more grass-heavy South American diet. Super deep red color, which is usually missing from high-fat content Wagyu. Between the richness and beefiness, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced.
That might be one of my favorite steaks I've had.
Next up is true Japanese Wagyu A5. This top-rated Japanese beef has 100% Japanese genetics and was born and raised in Japan. It's so rich, it's almost impossible to eat more than a bite or two, but that bite is one you'll remember for the rest of your life.
That is so good.
This one might not have the most marbling, but it is easily the rarest. It's a cross between a Wagyu cow and a Belgian blue cow. Belgian blues are those insanely jacked cows with a genetic mutation that removes the normal limit of muscle growth. Maybe not the tastiest, but easily the world's strongest Wagyu.
Tastes like there's like 150% protein in that bite.
Today we're cooking your craziest steak recipes. Starting with a subscriber named Lawrence and his crispy creaminator. Bacon wrapped filet is covered in barbecue sauce, illegally smoked over hickory, then sandwiched in between 2 Krispy Kreme donuts with some caramelized onions. Honestly, I hate how much I like this one.
I'm in meat heaven right now.
Next up, we have a submission from Miss Cray in Sweden, the Meat Book Abomination. Emu, meat glue, lamb, more glue, elk, cow, pork chops, and ostrich. Fully glued together overnight, seasoned well, then smoked to reveal perhaps the most disturbing thing I've ever cooked. A for creativity, but F for flavor.
That is an F-.
Next up, the black cube steak from Thomas. Starting with a mega crust that we slice off, re-season the still raw steak, finally cooking from here like normal. Highly impractical, but honestly, the char flavor was phenomenal.
I think he's onto something.
Next, we have Tony from Boston's PB&J steak. Medium rare steak is stacked in between a double-decker peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Weird texture, great flavor.
I hate how much I like this.
Next is Mike's steak tart. Not a Pop-Tart, a steak tart, and it actually sounds genius. Steak is seared but still raw, then added to puff pastry filled with cheese and egg, then topped off. It's like a beef Wellington breakfast pocket that is worth recreating.
That's a winner.
Probably my favorite submission comes from someone who just calls himself The Unit from Queens, New York. Called the steak and bacon stir fry, and yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Bacon and steak is stir fried in its own fat for insanely smoky flavor.
It just works so well together.
Next is Dale's marinated steak. I've heard raving reviews about this one, but it was good, not great. Sort of a flat soy flavor in my opinion, but definitely not bad.
Not what I was expecting.
No. Next up, the shiitake from Ashley in Japan. Blended shiitake mushrooms coat the seasoned steak into the sous vide to cook, then quickly seared. The sous vide unfortunately neutralized the mushroom flavor, but I've had worse.
It's actually a little underwhelming to me.
Time for Anthony's sour apple steak. Apple juice and lemon are the only 2 ingredients, and after a soak, it's seasoned and seared. Flavor was unique, but the added moisture really affected the crust.
Really juicy.
Poplo claims a microwaved steak omelet is edible, but I'm skeptical. Raw steak is combined with all the omelet ingredients, mixed up with those eggs, then microwaved. And man, this one was rough. Spongy, bland, no bueno.
Close, but definitely missed the mark.
Time for the Old Bay steak from Steve in Maryland. This one actually sounds good. Old Bay and hot sauce marinade, then grilled, and it was shockingly good. Not too spicy with great flavor.
Might be the best one of the day for me.
This is a Wagyu vending machine I found in Japan. It's like a slot machine where you put in 2,000 yen, and each time you have a chance to win the grand prize Wagyu A5.
Let's keep going.
Look, I'm not a gambler gambling man, but if there's beef involved, I'll spend my last dollar, which is exactly what happened. I took out even more money from the ATM and gave it one last shot. And finally, luck was on my side.
I think we hit it big.
I finally got the Wagyu jackpot, so it's time to cook. Curbside Wagyu A5 nigiris were on the menu, torched to render that fat, and topped with some freshly shaved wasabi. All that's left to do is find someone to eat, and I quickly found these random people in the pub.
I really want to know how it tastes.
Me, son. It tastes like they picked it up off the side of the road.
Apologize.
I'm Max, and I brought steak.
I'm Nick, and I brought a little bit of salt. I'm QCP. Of course, I brought olive oil.
I'm Babish, and I brought the last stab. I'm Guga, and I brought pepper.
I'm Bayashi. I like sushi. I'm Patrick, and I brought sriracha. I'm Golden Bells, and I got barbecue chips.
I'm Chef Fresh, and I brought the bacon. Why did you do that to me, man?
I need some new friends.
We're gonna try seasoning this steak with the crust from this steak. The crust is the best part of a steak, so I started by getting the most flavorful and thick crust possible. Sad looking steak, but it was exactly what I'm looking for. Remove the crust, dehydrate overnight, and we're left with crust beef jerky. Salty, crunchy, and packed with umami. Blend that into a powder. Season the steak normally, add the crust dust, and sear. I was expecting a lot of the crust dust to fall off, but the opposite was true. We were left with a perfectly cooked steak, a consistent and insanely flavorful double crust.